Okay, guys. Still sharing thoughts to my 20-year-old self. Yeah, but this one is on relationships. So I would say to myself at 20 years old, yeah, that you hold on relationships, hold on marriage, hold on kids. Hold on as in wait. You're still a baby, you're still growing, just wait. Focus more on your dreams, your goals, and achieving the things that you want in this life right now. As you're still a baby, it could be a little bit challenging to now find a man, get married, whatever, and then bring a child into this life, because you yourself is still a baby. You have no life experiences, you have no life exposure, and you just need a bit of support at this point in time. So I would say focus on you and you alone. When you are alone and focusing on your goals, it's less stress, yeah, and you do not really compromise. You just focus and go in, give it 1,000% to ensure you achieve the things you set out to achieve. And also you have the freedom to do you, whatever you want. If you want to travel, you want to work 7 days, you want to work whatever days, no one is going to complain that, hey, you are working too much and you need to spend time with me, because you'll be by yourself and you'll be trying to accomplish some goals. So also, I would advise that work on yourself to grow and mature. Develop some emotional resiliency, some emotional stability, just to grow into yourself, knowing more of who you are as an individual, as a person, so that you kind of work on yourself to be the right person for when your husband comes. So I would say also that, be a woman of purpose. Learn to be self-reliant. I love the idea of self-reliance because it solves a lot of drama in relationships. It solves a lot of problems. Yeah, you can meet your needs, especially finance. You learn to provide for yourself. You learn to do things without necessarily waiting on someone to come and help you out. And the other thing is, ladies, I'm talking to myself at 20, but I'm also speaking to ladies in general. Some guys do not want a lady who is dependent financially, especially. If you have a birthday coming and you're going to ask money from your boyfriend or your husband, or you're asking for him to pay your house bills, you want to travel, you are asking him to buy you tickets, you want to go do your hair, do some shopping, holiday, everything, and you're only asking for him to pay for these things, you learn to provide these things for yourself. Like I keep saying, if anybody, your husband, your boyfriend, whoever, if they do give you something, that's a bonus. But you save yourself a lot of frustrations and disappointment if you learn to provide things for yourself. You're gonna have a plan, you're gonna come up with ideas, you're gonna be a lady with substance. Be a lady that is indispensable, that you are very, very essential when you get into a relationship. You have to have something you put on the table besides the bed matters. You have to have something solid. Relationships now, love is no longer enough in relationships. So you have to provide something better, something more than being fabulous, being cute, being sexy. You have to provide something more. So work on yourself and grow into a person who can handle relationships, who can handle marriage, who can handle babies when they come. Also, I would say, as you're holding on, you're having a plan, you're working towards your financial freedom, like I said in my previous video, let's say you give yourself a timeline and be like, oh, when I get maybe 28, I'll then start looking for somebody and prepare myself for marriage. Then I'm sure if you've been working all this long and you've been investing and you've been saving and investing, by this time you'll have money to buy yourself a home. Yes, you buy yourself a home. If you marry and your husband takes you to his home or he buys you a home, that's fantastic. But you're going to prepare yourself You buy yourself a home. By so doing, once again, you are becoming self-reliant. If he can move in with you and he likes the idea, that's fine. If not, you can always put somebody in your house and then go move and live with your husband. But the other thing I also should say, when you prepare and think through these things in advance, it solves a whole lot of drama and stress. Let's say now, 10 years down the line, you've married, you've got children, everything is going fantastic, and now somehow, not to say that your marriage will go sour, or somehow something happens and marriage goes south. Divorce is happening and all these challenges, disappointment, heartbreaks and everything. And if you have your children and you've planned ahead of time, by this point, you'll be able to look after your kids. If the man leaves you, you'll be able to look after your children without you holding on to his leg like, oh, please don't go, don't leave me because I'm not going to survive. It's too difficult. I cannot live without you. No. If you get into a relationship, for example, and the guy is abusing you, is treating you in a very funny way, you can just leave because you've laid down a foundation to look after yourself, to be self-reliant. You don't have to stay there. You do not have to be letting yourself into gaslighting situations or compromising situations over your happiness, over your health. So you lay up a foundation that you look after, you provide for yourself when the time comes. Don't get yourself entangled into this kind of entanglements. If it's not healthy, you're no longer happy, you've talked about things and nothing is changing, because I know there's always challenges, you can just choose to go. You know, like in my country where I come from, in Africa, in Uganda, ladies kind of get hung up on the idea of I got married, and if my man marries a second wife, or I cannot let that happen. They get hung up and they'll be holding on to the man and try to get themselves into attacking the other woman, and it's a massive war. There are so many people on this planet. If one person doesn't love you, let the man go. You are in peace. You don't have to hold on. You'll find somebody else. But if you're just holding on, you're miserable. Some of these ladies get involved into witchcraft, trying to witch the man, witch the second wife or the side chicks, and it just goes sour. All this stress can be avoided if you plan and if you have a good plan for such things when they happen. You know? So if these things happen, you are just good to go because you can provide for yourself. Like I said, once again, I love the idea of self-reliancy, whereby if you wake up in the morning and you want to go to Hawaii, you go to Hawaii. You let your husband know that, hey, I'm taking a week off, I'm in Hawaii. You don't have to be here begging him, oh, I need money to go to Hawaii, oh, I need money for this holiday, and you keep asking. If it's your birthday and you feel like you want a Bentley, you go buy yourself a Bentley and and arrive in style. Shock him. You know, you don't have to be there holding yourself back or staying in challenging situations because you haven't planned ahead. So yeah, I would say to myself, hold on relationships, plan and achieve your financial freedom. And then even before then, not necessarily that financial freedom is achieved, but when you're in a better state to look after yourself, you can look after your babies, you know, you are in a better position to continue your life happily. Okay, so there you have it. I shall see you in my next one. Bye.